Welcome back to Bikesphere, your ultimate pit stop for everything two-wheeled and thrilling. In today's video, we dive deep into one of the most anticipated middleweight adventure motorcycles of the year, the 2026 Honda Africa Twin 650. The Africa Twin lineage is legendary, rooted in Dakar-inspired engineering and rugged reliability. And now, Honda brings that spirit to a more accessible, mid-displacement package. Whether you're a weekend explorer, urban commuter, or budding ADV enthusiast, this machine might just be the perfect partner for your next adventure. Let's get into all the details, from performance to design, features to competition. A new chapter in the Africa Twin. The Africa Twin nameplate has long been synonymous with long-haul reliability, off-road prowess, and unmistakable style. But with the Africa Twin 1100 often feeling too large or intimidating for new riders, Honda saw a golden opportunity. The 2026 Africa Twin 650 is their answer. A mid-size ADV bike that retains the legendary DNA but scales it down for improved agility, cost, and accessibility. This isn't just a smaller twin, it's a purpose-built machine designed for versatility across terrains. Design and styling. At first glance, the Africa Twin 650 screams rugged adventure. It borrows heavily from its big brother, the tall stance, upright ergonomics, and Dakar-inspired fairing are all present. The front beak is sharper, the LED headlights more aggressive, and the body panels are sculpted to balance airflow and protection. Honda has integrated a slimmer fuel tank, around 19 liters, striking a balance between weight savings and range. You'll also notice improved seat ergonomics, a narrower waistline for better stand-up riding comfort, and a low windscreen that can be adjusted manually for rider preference. Available in classic rally red, matte black, and a new desert gold finish, the Africa Twin 650 looks ready to tackle any horizon. Engine and performance. Powering the Africa Twin 650 is a newly developed 649 cubic centimeters parallel twin engine, tuned specifically for adventure touring. While based loosely on the engine used in the CB650R, this version has been heavily retuned. Expect about 70 horsepower and 60 Nm of torque, coming in earlier in the rev range for better low-end grunt, perfect for trails, gravel, and highway overtaking. The throttle response is smooth, linear, and confidence-inspiring. It's not about explosive power but usable performance, the kind that makes long rides more enjoyable and off-road excursions more controllable. A 6-speed transmission with optional slipper clutch ensures seamless gear changes, and Honda's optional DCT, dual-clutch transmission, will also be available for those who prefer an automatic experience. Chassis, suspension and braking. Where this bike truly shines is in its chassis and suspension package. The Africa Twin 650 uses a semi-double cradle steel frame, reinforced at key stress points for added durability. Paired with a long-travel 43mm Showa USD fork up front and a ProLink monoshock in the rear, it handles both potholes and trail bumps with ease. Suspension travel sits at about 210mm in the front and 200mm in the rear, giving riders enough confidence for light to moderate off-road adventures. Ground clearance is a respectable 235mm, and with a seat height of 850mm, it's tall but manageable, especially with Honda offering an optional low-seat version. Braking duties are handled by dual 310mm wave discs up front with radial-mounted calipers and a single disc at the rear, equipped with switchable ABS for off-road use. The Africa Twin 650 feels planted during hard braking and confident when descending steep slopes. Tech and electronics. Honda has wisely equipped the Africa Twin 650 with a balanced suite of electronics. Enough to enhance safety and performance, but not so much that it overwhelms the rider. A 5-inch TFT touchscreen takes center stage on the dash, offering smartphone connectivity via Bluetooth, customizable ride modes, and turn-by-turn navigation through the Honda RoadSync app. You get 3 riding modes, urban, off-road, and tour, each adjusting throttle response, ABS intervention, and traction control levels. Honda Selectable Torque Control, HSTC, is also standard, allowing the rider to manage rear-wheel slip in tricky conditions. There's no radar cruise control here, but you do get standard cruise control, USB-C charging ports, and all-LED lighting for night rides. It's a setup that respects both budget and utility. On-road and off-road experience. On tarmac, the Africa Twin 650 feels stable, comfortable, and eager. The engine hums nicely at highway speeds, and the windscreen does a decent job of deflecting turbulence. The upright riding posture, wide bars, and comfortable seat make it a joy on long rides. In traffic, it's surprisingly nimble, helped by a curb weight of around 208 kilograms, lighter than most middleweight ADV bikes. Off the pavement, it continues to impress. With a 21-inch front and 18-inch rear wheel combination and knobby tires, it climbs hills and handles fire roads with composure. The traction control keeps the rear in check without being too invasive, and the wide handlebars give precise input when navigating rough terrain. Fuel efficiency and touring. Adventure bikes need range, and Honda delivers. The Africa Twin 650 averages around 22 to 24 km/h, giving it a total range of approximately 400 km per tank, enough for weekend getaways and cross-country rides. The subframe is detachable and designed to support heavy panniers, and Honda offers a full suite of accessories, crash guards, luggage racks, auxiliary lights, and heated grips, turning this into a real touring companion. Pricing and rivals. The 2026 Honda Africa Twin 650 enters a highly competitive segment, going up against models like the Yamaha Ténéré 700, KTM 790 Adventure, and the Aprilia Touareg 660. But Honda has an edge, a fine-tuned blend of reliability, comfort, and everyday usability. With a base price expected to hover around $9,999 to $10,499, it undercuts some of its European rivals while offering similar capability. Add in Honda's reputation for build quality and extensive dealership network, and the Africa Twin 650 becomes a very appealing option for riders entering the ADV space or looking to downsize without compromise. Conclusion. The 2026 Honda Africa Twin 650 is not just another adventure bike, it's a statement. A statement that adventure can be light, manageable, and exciting without needing over 1,000 cc's of engine or breaking the bank. Honda has distilled decades of Dakar-winning heritage into a machine that's smart, simple, and satisfying. Whether you're a solo traveler dreaming of unpaved paths or a commuter craving weekend escapes, this motorcycle checks all the boxes. Stay tuned to Bikesphere for more in-depth reviews, comparisons, and adventure stories from the road. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you love two wheels as much as we do. Until next time, ride safe and explore more.